the start, and he got some offensive help in the top of the fourth from Carl Everett. Runner on, and Everett busts out the whooping stick on Kenny Rogers. 6th of the year. We are now tied at 2. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th. Ramon lasted only 88 pitches into the 4th inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Tim Wakefield on, and David Segui walks on 4 straight pitches, and Pedro wants to know why isn't Segui swinging the bat at a knuckleballer. Come on, swing the bat. Segui's on first. And Pedro, I believe that's the international symbol for chicken. I believe, I hope, quite frankly. Either that or he's getting ready for a wedding doing the chicken dance. Segui steals second base. Veritek throws out Segui and smiles everyone. Back to the game. Wilton Veras at the plate, 2-2 game, top of the 7th. 4-2 game, pardon me. Kenny Rogers spry off the mound, protecting that 4-2 lead. Rogers, 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 earned runs. Now bottom of the 7th, Rafael Palmeiro. His second home run of the game. This one off Rich Garces. The Rangers win 5-4. Palmeiro now has 8 home runs on the season. His 23rd 2-homer night of his career gives him 369 career home runs. Good for a 47th place tie on the all-time list with Ralph Conti to escape the Boston Rains for Seattle. Top of the 4th, 2-0 Tribe. Travis Froman to 3rd, and David Bell and David Justice collide at 2nd. Bell taking umbrage at Justice's slide. You make the call. As Justice seems to grab hold of his right leg, but hey, you know, he's just sliding to break up the double play, and I think that's what he's telling Bell. Maybe not. Top of the 5th, still 2-0 Cleveland. Robbie Alomar, base hit. Stan Javier can't grab it. Kenny Lofton come on down. 3-0 Indians. 2 batters later now, 4-0. Jim Thome rips one in the right field corner. Ground rule double. Alomar scores 5-0 Indians. More than enough offense for Chuck Finley. Finley gets A-Rod looking. Bottom of the 7th, Dan Wilson.
The equipment was bigger than I was.
Checking. Bottom of the 8th, Mike Cameron with a runner on. Swinging. Finley struck out 10, gave up just 2 hits in 8 shutout. Indians go on a win 6-0. Mariners shut out for the
batters in the Phillies lineup. A career 0-88 against Fernandez. Here he gets run. Gant ends the top half of the 3rd. Top of the 4th, Bobby Abreu, the number 3 hitter. And Fernandez gets him swinging. He was 0 for 4. Next batter, Scott Rowland. He's just looking. Top of the 5th, 2 outs. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. For leadoff man, Doug Glanville. And that's your inning ender. Phillies 1 through 4 slots, 0 for 9 on the night against Fernandez. Go to the top of the 9th, 3-1 Marlins. Antonio Alfonseca facing Kevin Jordan. Grounds it to 2nd. Pablo Ozuna to Alex Gonzalez. Sweet double play turn, worthy of another look. Watch Gonzalez. That's a strong throw. He got no feet on the ground. Defense is fun. 3-1 Marlins. Alfonseca, the Dragon Slayer. Count him up. His major league leading ace save. Fernandez 7 2/3, his longest outing of the year. Phillies finished their roadie 1-6, not good. 9,344 in the stands. By the way, 10 people attended the 1 a.m. Sports Center meeting. One-day series for the Dodgers in New York, making up a snow game with the Mets. Top of the 2nd, no score. Pat Mahomes facing Adrian Beltre. Runners at the corner. Strike him out and throw him out. Todd Hundley, not great base running. Tagged out on a not-so-great throw. Still zip, zip. Top of the 7th, no score. Turk Wendell facing Kevin Elster. And he strikes out with men on 2nd and 3rd. 2 innings work and 1 walk for Wendell. That would be Dave Hansen. Now the bases are loaded for Devo. And Devo... that'd be a home run if we were playing in a silo. As it is, Mike Piazza is there to glove it. Dodgers blow another scoring chance. Zip, zip, heading to the home half of the 9th. Robin Ventura doubled to opening the inning. John Nunley walked, and here Terry Adams gets Jay Payton to ground to Elster. Beltre, though, the force play. No, doesn't have his foot on the bag. The pinch runner, Mora, slides in. The tag is late. Jerry Davis says, you're safe. Davey Johnson protests. And all it gets him is thrown out. Bases loaded, nobody out. Adams, Ray Ordonez, grounder to Elster. They go home. Hundley's foot is on the plate, so that is the runner out. Johnson, no mustache, still in the dugout. Next batter, Matt Franco. And, you know, homers are great, but sometimes choppers count just the same. John Nunley scores. The Mets win it 1-0. 7-page shot sheet, 1-0 ball game. Mets win their 8th in a row. 10 of 11, tie the Braves atop the East. The Dodgers scored in the 1st, facing Todd Walker. Just a bit high. Walker would walk. Next batter, Christian Guzman. Clemens walks Guzman on 5 pitches. Still in the first, Butch Husky. 2 outs. 2-out base hits are the best kind you can have. Shoots it through the left side, chases home Guzman. Matt Lawton, he was 1 for 2, walked a couple of times. Twins leading 3-0. Top of the fourth, Clemens starting to settle in. Torrey Hunter. Sir, you buying? No, I'm just looking. Strikeout for Clemens, his 8th, ties him with Phil Niekro, 8th all-time on the strikeout list, 3,342. Meanwhile, Eric Milton, he's not bad. Nice comeback. Bottom 6, Yanks down 3-1. Bernie Williams, no outs. Lazy fly ball. Jock Jones. I got it. That sun is really bright. Can't we play night games anymore? Shane Spencer would score on a sac fly to tie the game at 3. Jones would redeem himself, coming around to score after a double on Matt LaCroix's base knock. Yank fans, not much to cheer about or stay awake about. Minnesota wins it by a count of 7-3. The Twins 1 out. White Sox trail 1-zip. Jose Valentin off Mike Mussina. New baseball, $8. His first of the year, ties it at 1. Bottom of the second, now 2-1 White Sox. Josh Paul, oh my. Mussina hits him right in the bat. Paul's first of the year. He was 2 for 4, 3 ribbies. Not bad for the 9-hitter. Sox leading it 5-1. Top of the fourth, still 5-1. Cal Eldred, B.J. Surhoff. 2 old beer makers. Eldred is the winner there. Top of the 6th, White Sox up 5-2. Brady Anderson, no relation. Meglio Ordonez, good wheels, good glove. Definitely no relation. Top of the 8th, 2 outs, White Sox up 7-2. Charles Johnson goes down swinging. Eldred strikes out 11, and then he gets Brady Anderson swinging his first complete game since May 30th, 1997. The White Sox win at 8-2. Eldred, a 2-hitter, retired 26 of the final 27 O's hitters he faced.
Top of the third, A's up 1-0. Brad Fulmer in on first and second, 2 out. And Homer Bush touches Homer. Blue Jays ties at 1. Next batter, Tony Batista, the former Oakland Athletic, rips a double over Ben Grieben left. Carlos Delgado and Brad Fulmer score on Batista's 22nd and 23rd RBI of the season. Would they get a well-pitched ball game, though, is the question. David Wells answered in the affirmative. Matt Stairs looking. Wells 6 2/3, 1 earned, 8 strikeouts. Bottom of the 9th, Billy Koch in relief. Terrence Long, the winning run at the plate. Long, fresh up from AAA Vancouver, had his first major league hit in the game, but could not touch Koch in the 9th inning as the Blue Jays win 3-2. And they win even though they scored fewer than 6 runs for the first time since April 11th, and even though they saw their home run streak ended 12 games too shy of the club record. David Wells had no walks to go with those 8 strikeouts. He's got a road ERA of .57 compared to 6.75 in Skydome. Oakland has lost 6 of its last 7 at home. The Tigers and Angels, top of the 4th, Angels up 4-2, but Ken Hill in a 2nd and 3rd 1-out jam. Luis Polonia looking, 2nd out of the inning. Next batter, Greg Jeffries. Rips it to Gary DiSarcina. Nice scoop to end it. Hill out of the jam. We flash back to Saturday. Last we saw Robert Fick. He was telling the White Sox fans who #1 is, and that was a very special moment right there. Bottom of the 4th, Angels still up 4-2. Scott Spezio to Fick, who throws it into left field. Everybody's safe. Fick playing first for Tony Clark. 2 batters later, runners on 2nd and 3rd. Gary DiSarcina base hit. 6-2 Angels. Bottom of the 6th, Dave Malikian facing Spezio. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the club of multi-homer hitters this season, Scott Spezio. 2nd home run of the game. Angels go on to win it 10-4. The Angels scored a run in each